We the boys with the heat, yeah, we live on the air. Talking sports, talking life, man, we everywhere. From the field to the mic, yeah, we never retreat. When we speak, it's elite, yeah, the boys bring the heat. We the boys with the heat, yeah, we live on the air. Talking sports, talking life, man, we everywhere. From the field to the mic, yeah, we never retreat. When we speak, it's elite, yeah, the boys bring the heat. Yo, it's that guy, check the energy, no chill. Talking Packers, Brewers, yeah, we keep it real. From the big plays down to the locker room fields. Every week a new drop, man, we sealing the deal. We break it down smooth, every topic, no fuss. You tuned in now, bet you're vibing with us. Chaos on the beat, you know what I do. When it's time to hit the mic, I'm dropping the truth. Fantasy ballers or the playoff crews, I break it down fast, like a backfield move. We got Charles with the takes, that guy with the hype. Pete Bar bringing the facts at the podcast alike. Talk strategy, drama, man, we do it right. Yo, boys with the heat, you could tune in all night. Charles on the set, I got words that ignite. We ain't just about the game, it's the passion in life. Whether wins or losses, struggles or fights, we bring in inspiration with the heat and the mic. Part of the future where opinions combine. You miss an episode, homie, that's a crime. It's host Peter on the glue and the team. Keep the convo flowing, keep the topic supreme. Got the questions, the stories that drive every scene. When we speak, it's elite, yeah, the boys bring the heat. We the boys with the heat, yeah, we live on the air. Talking sports, talking life, man, we everywhere. From the field to the mic, yeah, we never retreat. When we speak, it's elite, yeah, the boys bring the heat. Yo, it's that guy, check the energy, no chill. Talking Packers, Brewers, yeah, we keep it real. From the big plays down to the locker room fields. Every week a new drop. We break it down smooth every time.
Internet now, man. I swear to God, sometimes I just want to yeah.
The internet get you?
Dude. I'm like, all right, here we go. Let's look.
Was it a slap in the face moment, or was it just?
For one, I like that video. It's another banger, dude. Well done. I love that one. It was nice. It was calm. Got me vibing right in. But then I'm sitting there trying to look stuff up on the old interweb, pre-show still, and I'm like 2024, 2018. I'm like, no, 2024, 2020. Parentheses 2024, 2018 to 2023. I'm like, listen, I don't know what I did to you, but I'm not sorry, and you're just gonna have to get over it. That's all there is to it, internet. Welcome back, Patrick. Another beautiful Monday. Mondays feel so much better after a Green Bay Packers win.
Absolutely.
How did you? I love it.
I love celebrating a Monday dub on a Sunday afternoon. It makes you feel a lot better going into work or just waking up in the morning knowing you got a Packer W. That's all that matters.
It's something we were talking about later that evening. We've been blessed able to watch the Packers, but they've been playing on the early time slot, and where we have eight other games going on at the same time, and you're just like, I love football so much, and I got my fantasy team, but the Green Bay Packers are on.
And I think we're falling into this again next week. I believe that Minnesota, they play at noon again.
Mm-hmm. Up here at Lambeau Field. We'll talk a little bit about that at the end of the show. I'm super excited about that, man, that matchup with the head coaches. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on the upcoming matchups. I know how both of us feel that this kid is... I said I needed no points from James Cook, and he just goes off first play of the game. Oh, I lost this week. Well done, dude.
Yeah.
Bright and shiny. I'm really looking forward to getting your thoughts on matchups coming up. We had the Titans, though. How did that game go over for you? How were you feeling? Any major takeaways? Well, we'll get into statistics, how they did, how we did here shortly after this. But
the biggest takeaway for me, the composure in the pocket by Willis. The dude is a dog.
System matters, hey?
System matters. Yeah, definitely system matters.
Huge emphasis on this show, by the way, is just the significance of a system.
We want to get into coaching as well. We talked about this pre-show. I think we talked about this before the game and during the game. Matt LaFleur called a fantastic game for Willis, and Willis executed it accordingly.
Those run formations are from like 1950. 1950 football.
That's old Packers smash mouth
where
football.
The offensive line starts like this, and then it starts with the 4 on there, then ends up like a spaghetti meatball spun around a fork, and out comes Jacobs or Wilson, and man, Jenkins, we're gonna be getting to you in a minute too. But like,
I was gonna say you're talking about this meatball, but then there's this piece of spaghetti hanging out over here,
flinging out over here. We all know him and love him as a lot. I know I'm saying that.
What, Elton?
Elton
Jenkins, yeah.
Elton Jenkins. It seems I might be hyper focused. I was super high on Jacobs early. I've loved this kid watching him, or this gentleman watching him. He's a dog on the field. He's a great dude off the field. Excuse me. It seems like these last few weeks, the last 3 weeks of the season, this is something that there's lots I noticed. I'm so glad you brought up Malik Willis. Let's talk about him for a second, actually.
Yeah,
let's do that. Jenkins, we'll get back to you. Malik Willis, system, makes a world of difference. His composure alone, I believe he's up to 34 total passing attempts in 3 games played. First game doesn't count, so 2 games played. So there was more trust in him this time. Let's see, Packers.
The faith that they had in him, obviously, the LaFleur was testing him out the first game. They always knew this dude had legs. You saw it at Liberty. Yeah.
19 attempts. So, like I said in the show before, too, if he's throwing over 20, I think Green Bay was losing that game. I think comfortably we wanted him around 17 attempts, and he ended with 19. How do you feel about it?
I was very comfortable with his throws. His mechanics are good. It's just his accuracy.
Bombs.
Yes, his accuracy isn't what Love's is, but with the receivers they've got, whether it be Wicks, whether it be Watson, they went up and got the ball.
Come back.
He's got to be stoked. He's got to be stoked.
The way our wide receivers fight for every ball. That is something I love about this team, Patrick, and I'm so glad you brought that up. I'm so glad you noticed it too out loud. It's just how much each player cares for each player on that team. It's a young team, and normally you would see implosions in moments where we're seeing them run over and grab their helmet and pick their head up and slap them on the shoulder. Come on, boy, we're going to get this. We're going to get this on the next run. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I love seeing it, man. It's so cool.
Like I said, there's a couple negatives, couple positives. Overall, if I had to grade the game, I would grade the game a B+. It wasn't an A, it wasn't an A-. It was obviously there was a learning curve. The defense, man. The defensive pressure put on Will Levis was absolutely insane. Will Levis went out there looking. I was back-to-back plays. I believe he got sacked in the 4th quarter. And the look on his face, the look on his face when he was out there with the ball in his hand, that was a scared man. If I'd ever seen, Van Ness put him on his butt a couple times. Gary got him. Preston Smith. Man. That defense wants to be elite. It can be. And man, can we even bring up the fact that Xavier McKinney is probably, if he's not a Pro Bowler already after 3 weeks, I don't know who is. 3 games, 3 interceptions, absolutely crazy.
And I'm sorry, I paused there for a moment. There was a couple extra things I wanted to touch base on before I talk. We're talking, I think we have, after getting 3 sacks in the first 2 games while preoccupied with athletic Jalen Hurts and Anthony Richardson, the Packers had 8 sacks in this game.
Yeah.
That's their most in 2 decades. So we've got 11 total sacks so far. I believe we have 8 total interceptions. So we had 2 the first game, 1 the second game. And what did we just have? 2 this game.
Yeah.
I've lost a couple there. I know
we might have 5. I don't know. McKinney's got 3 himself. So
McKinney's got 3 himself.
Xavier Alexander might have 2. And then there might be another. Maybe it might be 6 or 7. I don't know. Either way, it's 8 turnovers.
We had 7 all year last.
Yeah, yeah. They
7
tied
interceptions.
as many as they had last year. I know that for sure. It's crazy. That's a crazy stat right there. That right there tells you that they're in the right direction. They're going in the right direction anyway.
Yeah,
Defensively.
we have 7 so far. No, that's 2023, I promise you. Yeah. As of right now, the Packers have matched their 2023 interception total of 7 in just 3 games. As of now, they lead the NFL with 9 total takeaways and 7 interceptions. Fumble, couple interceptions, one of them being a pick six, Jair Alexander's first pick six. We've also have Xavier McKinney accomplishes Packer feat not seen in 45 years. And that being an interception in the first an interception in the first 3 games.
First 3 games, yeah.
It's something that we talked about very early on the show. It's something that we mentioned multiple times. It's something that I'm very excited about. I wanted to put up an interception counter last show. And we're just going to keep talking about it, and we're going to talk this into fruition. The defense is hungry. It's ball hawking. Jeff Hafley has them playing at their best in their best positions. I think that was the big key. That's the difference so far I'm seeing between him and Joe Barry's defense, is that Joe Barry has a frame. And whether or not you're the piece that fits in that frame, you need to figure out how to fit. And if you can figure out how to fit, it's a pretty good frame. But when you're doing things that are not within your ability, or doing things that are not normal to you, you'll have multiple instances where you have lapse in judgment, or you're confused, or there's lack of communication. And these are all things we've seen last year's defense, which is weird that we're not seeing it this year. I thought we were going to see a little bit of a hiccup in the beginning because it was brand new. What did you feel?
I figured they'd have a little bit of a, like you said, a little bit of a learning curve. They'd have a little bit few issues with the defense, but I think they all love and they know that they just need to create pressure. And if that pressure comes from them creating it through the defense that they're already comfortable with, a lot of those guys are comfortable with the 3-4, 4-4 defense. And then they have, I think the part is with the addition of McKinney, you still got Stokes, you got Alexander, and you've got all these guys back there who your back end is very secure. So that allows your defenders, your linebackers to move up and to make those plays. And I think that's what the difference has been. Yeah, Stokes was getting eaten alive. Hopkins showed you, I might be an old man, but I can still burn you when I need to.
Are we concerned with this? Or is this because we're going to be seeing some good wide receivers coming up, right? And
yes, it's a concern. He is the liability on that back end defense.
Are we running into a situation again where we're going to start hearing, why isn't our best on their best? At what point do you put Jair Alexander on D-Hop?
If they were if they were losing, or if it was a 1-score game, I believe you would have been on them.
You're up by 2 until it becomes a 1-score game.
I think you shouldn't, but I think they were going to. Right. Yeah.
So let's say that, yes, I agree with you for the sake of our sanity.
Let's put it in perspective this way. We don't want to talk about it too soon, but the Green Bay Packers, you're going next week.
I like Stokes.
Yes. This week they're going up against Jalen Naylor, who's basically Reed. He's good. You've got him and you got Jefferson. Let's just say just those 2 receivers alone, plus a good tight end.
We expect to see Jair Alexander on.
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson. They've got a battle. They've got a thing. They dance. They go up to they watch a movie together.
You sure they're out there?
This is on the football field. They don't.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Yeah. They got a battle coming. Like this is poetic to Jair. I love watching. I think that's my most exciting matchup coming up for the Packers versus the Minnesota Vikings versus the Packers.
And like you said, a new defensive coordinator, Charles. Yeah. I believe he's going to look at that film.
A familiar face, Brian Flores, a beautiful mind defensively. People talk about the Detroit Lions, but they do not talk about Brian Flores enough. That dude, holy moly, gave Aaron Rodgers headaches, gives Jordan Love headaches, and we expect to see Jordan Love back. I haven't heard.
I would expect him to be back, and if he's not back, then that means that they are just resting him because they want him at 100%. If he's not out there, it's because he's not 100%. I believe the way that he was warming up and stretching, he's at least 90 to 95. I don't know about you, but I got that gut feeling. And I feel like they thought they could win this game without him. So why put him out there and risk injury? Plus, Willis,
I agree with
he gave you a lot of confidence going into this game. So
talking about Willis again. When he played for the Titans, 3 starts, 51% completion percentage, 234 yards.
that
0
was not the
touchdowns,
same.
3
That was not the same
interceptions,
player that we saw.
39 passer rating.
Yeah, that was not
That's
the same
the
player.
system. Then he moves to a system with just young, fresh ideas with a mind that encompasses an idea or an offense around his skill set. And you get 2 starts, 83% completion, 324 yards, 2 touchdowns, a 131.7 passer rating. Almost 100-point increase in the passer rating on that. It's crazy what a system can do for you.
Yeah. And a good offensive mind, good head coach helps a lot too.
Oh, man. It's got to be one of the best head coaches in the league, hands down. If you have to start putting numbers on him, you got to say he's 6 or 7. But honestly, and then Kevin O'Connell's going to be in that same exact boat.
Yeah.
That's why even in our pick'ems, we split the Minnesota Vikings. And we chose to split the Minnesota Vikings before Sam Darnold's looking like he's about to be winning comeback player of the year. Because of this sideline that is the Minnesota Vikings.
This is going to be a matchup let's be honest, this matchup does not favor Green Bay defensively. No. Offensively, it probably does favor the Packers if this becomes a scoring thing. Yes.
Early in the season, but Minnesota right now has 2 players on their defense. Their name eludes me, but
they have the number
right now.
Yeah, the number 1 defense in the NFL right now, rated defense.
Yeah.
Green Bay is no slouch. They're number 6 or number 5. This is going to be a matchup. Yeah.
I like this. I like this for a multitude of reasons. For one, iron sharpens iron. So what we're talking about when it comes to the Minnesota Vikings, that defense is going to show us where we have improved on offense and where we need to improve on offense. This type of test. Because if we're the Philadelphia Eagles, that was weird. The Brazil, it seems like such a long time ago.
I'm going to throw that game right out the window. I don't even think about it.
Very weird. So then you look at the Colts. Now, the Colts was a decent test, but Anthony Richardson, if he could figure out how to be about 64% accurate, it would have been a much closer game. It would have been a much different scenario early, yeah. I think. And then, of course, we had the Tennessee Titans, and Will Levis came out, started strong, but ultimately that defense was like, hey, how are you? And we're going to figure this out. And I think, again, is Sam Darnold? For Sam Darnold to win comeback player of the year, we're going to see a good version of Sam Darnold Sunday. Yes?
He's banged up. I don't know if he's going to be at 100%. They did say no structural damage to his knee, but he tweaked it. Yeah. And that could, I'm sorry, but those injuries could be nagging for a couple weeks.
Green Bay is going to come after him.
Green Bay is going to come after him for sure.
We'll have sacks this game. He's not an athlete. We sack.
No, Sam Darnold is Charles, I think you've said this before. Sam Darnold, you give him time, he will pick you apart. He is that type of quarterback. But you make this guy try to be a mobile quarterback, get him outside the pocket. You bring a linebacker, pressure. And Green Bay has 2 of the fastest linebackers in the division. Let's be honest. Gary is freaking quick as shit. And I believe they have another one that comes off the corner as well.
Still have Preston Smith.
Preston Smith is a very athletic D lineman.
I'm so happy seeing him. I'm so happy, and he's happy being in.
Did you see Van Ness bring back the Gilbert Brown? He did Did you watch him do the grave digger? He did the grave digger. Yeah. He's out there looking like JJ Watt. He's got the eye black on,
and he is.
He's not JJ, but I like what he's doing. I like what he's doing. I like the young.
His progression from year 1 to year 2, bro. Oh my God.
It's fantastic. I love it.
It's fantastic. Nobody's held the receipt to me. I wish somebody would have. I wasn't very happy with the Lucas Van Ness pick. I thought it was somebody that we were going to get 40% playing time, not 60, 70% year 1. He exceeded that and did wonderful. I could not have been more wrong, to be honest with you. And I'm very excited about that. Our number 1 draft pick, we call him the number 1 draft pick. Our first round draft
Jordan
pick
Morgan.
Yeah, I believe he was injured.
Yeah,
He
he's
didn't
hurt.
play. Yeah, I don't think he did not play in the Titans game, and I
Well,
haven't heard anything yet. It's early in the week, but
I know you wanted to bring this up. You wanted to bring up the runs. You wanted to bring up
yes,
with Jacobs. All right. I know you were talking about this off air with me. You're very concerned with the fact that Jacobs breaks a big run and all of a sudden we see laundry on the field.
We see laundry on the field. And you had brought up a good point too, because there's some form of emphasis on.
I didn't know. Yes. I was curious.
And you got me thinking too, maybe there's some form of percentage. And last year, the numbers favored Green Bay. So this year, the numbers are going to not favor us. I don't know. Maybe that's some wild conspiracy. The one thing I do know, and the one thing I have seen, is that it seems like whenever Jacobs breaks off a run, you've got Jenkins on the other side of the field throwing off a hold. And normally, the play will happen. And then all of a sudden, the flag will appear and then the running back will be gone. In this case specific, or in these cases too, these few times, because it is early in the season and maybe I'm just jumping on a pattern that I'm hoping isn't there. But it's like Jacobs is gone and then all of a sudden the flag comes up and it's, man, and now it appears to be Jenkins. And it was like, hell, I think 40 plus yards total offense that we lost, and then we've got 26 fucking penalties on the year. Let's be honest real quick. What the hell is going on with this Green Bay Packers team? Is there too much music and not enough practice? Because
I don't know.
26 penalties, bro, it's becoming an everyday thing.
It was, let me see here, Charles. What did they have last game? I believe it was double digits. It was not good. Box score says here, That doesn't give me that.
Jenkins had 2 penalties, both in the second half. Obviously, we have to work on our rules a little bit. Guard Sean Ryan said, so far in 3 games this season, the Packers have been called for 26 penalties, 5th highest in the NFL. We are a top 5 penalty team, and we are going to lose games because of this if we don't get a handle on it. And we're talking, it's week 3 now, and I can yell about the preseason all I want. It's week 3.
It was 10 penalties, 75 yards. And the Titans had 2 for 15. If it wasn't for the turnovers, this game could have been closer just because of the penalties and having to bring the ball back. Maybe even just field position wise, but
I mean, the Tennessee Titans are what, not one. I'd say 3 or 4 pieces away from being a really good football.
Tennessee is a quarterback and a couple offensive linemen away. Their right tackle, I didn't want to be that person that said that. I'll be that guy, but flat out on the show, I was listening to the commentator say, the right tackle's having some trouble here. He was getting laid on his back, I think, every single play. He was getting pushed around.
And the season doesn't get easier for
no
either. Oh, and the season doesn't get easier for the Green Bay.
No, it's show me time. Do you want to get into it? We voiced our opinions on Elton Jenkins and the penalties. I feel like they're going to fix that. How do you feel going into the Minnesota game this week?
I feel good. I do. I feel strong. Love has been out on the practice field, so the chemistry is still there. I'm not worried about any of that. I would be in other situations. This locker room is different. Watching this team is different. The sideline is so energetic, and I have a lot of faith in our head coach and our coaching system. I know it's going to be a tough call with Kevin O'Connell and Brian Flores coming in, but man, I like Green Bay in this one. I like our ball hawking defense. I like the fact that Sam Darnold has become comfortable chucking the ball 12 plus yards down the field. I think that bodes well. I think that bodes very well for our defense. I like Green with Jordan Love playing. I like Green Bay in this one, 32-17.
I like that. So we got Adam Stenavich going versus Ryan Flores. He doesn't get a lot of respect, Stenovich, the Packers offensive coordinator. Is that because people think Jordan Love is out there calling the plays when he's out there? He doesn't have the Aaron Rodgers-esque, I can call this play when I need to call. Let's be honest. People think that, but that's not how the NFL really works. They still call the plays. Coach is still calling the plays.
It just might be the Matt LaFleur effect.
I think it's the Matt LaFleur effect. I agree with you.
Yeah. When you go to Lambeau Field and you see all the wives walking around with our coach is hotter than your coach. T-shirt.
Yeah, Mandy's got that freaking that shirt. Too, I love that. That's
Murphy
fantastic.
Loved that shirt. Mark Murphy loved that shirt. Packers CEO there, he loved that shirt.
Yeah.
Super soft hands.
He did have soft hands. It's handling all that money. You said he's got the lotion. He's got to put the lotion on the hands to get the soft hands. Yeah, if I was him, I'd be counting the freaking hundos too, just freaking rolling them out. I like your pick. No, I like your pick. I was just going to say, I agree with you. I believe the Packers at home, this is a much different game. This is also one of those golden ticket games there for the Milwaukee people. So shout out Milwaukee. I want you to show up. I want you to be loud. And I want to see Lambeau crowd go, Pack, go. And I'm thinking this is a 31-21 game. Like you said, I think the Packers take this by 10. And I don't think we're going to get a pick six, but I think McKinney's going to go 4 for 4. I think he's going to get another interception. And he's going to, I think he's going to set the record 4 in a row.
I think 3 turnovers in this game. I do. I can see 3.
I think if I can see a fumble from Aaron Jones, and I can see maybe 2 interceptions.
Emotional coming back. I can see emotional homecoming for Aaron Jones. Absolutely. Please don't Lambeau leap.
No, please don't embarrass yourself by doing that.
If you see you're not a Packer anymore. You're not. That it's just not going to go well, right? We don't want to see that. You keep doing your own version of the Lambeau leap and whatever, and you just best wishes. But you're a Viking now. Act like it. Stop trying to be a Green Bay Packer, bro. Right. I don't know what else to tell you. Act like a Viking.
Before we close it up, Charles, I suppose we should probably let everybody know soon enough where they're going to be able to find us here soon. Charles and I made the fantastic decision to finally reach out, and we had a couple guys come to us and said that, hey, you know what? We really love your show. We'd love to have you guys on. Would you guys like to be part of our organization? And that is the Fans First Sports Podcast Network. Charles and I are going to be joining this network. We're very excited for what's to come. You can find them at fansfirstsports.com. And thank you, Nick, so much for reaching out to us. Charles and I are super excited to bring the Packers to the Fans First Sports Network.
Yeah, they were one of the only organizations they had. I think there's one left. I'm trying to deep dive.
I can't remember what team it was, but he did tell us. So
it wasn't the Green Bay Packers.
It wasn't the Green Bay Packers, because we're going to try to lay that down for you.
I do remember him being a Steelers fan. So shout out
he
Justin
is.
Fields. Steelers doing great things. Mike Tomlin showing me that I couldn't have been more wrong about them. My early hot take of the season: the Steelers having a top 3 draft pick this year.
Yeah,
still good.
I was trying to boot me off again. The
internet.
Silent
trying to boot you off. We went silent there, or you just went silent?
No, I probably froze, and it was like, hey, he's in Lambeau. Yeah, he's just enjoying the scenery.
It's all right.
It's good. It's good
to go on. But yeah, fans. Go ahead.
No, you're good. If you can find them on the Fans First Sports Network, you can find it at fansfirstsports.com. Charles and I are super excited about this. Charles, thank you for the journey. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. I appreciate you so much. I love you. This is going to be fun. I'm really excited for what we can do with this. And I love bringing Paul and Mike on for Boys with the Heat. We'll have to bring them in to the scoop too and let them know what's going on. If they want to make a couple bold picks or they want to come on and do some stuff with us, they're more than welcome to have them on. We love it. The more the merrier.
Super excited. Super grateful. But honestly, as amazing as all of this is, we absolutely couldn't have done it without all of you out there. So please give us a shout out. Let us know what you're thinking, how you're feeling about your football team. Touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, baby. Yeah.
Is that a touchdown pass? Did I just get some more points? All right.
Touchdown pass, Dalton Kincaid, baby.
Are they
I'm
up
not
13
out of
nothing
it
or up
yet.
14 nothing?
They're up 12-0.
Shout out if you guys are listening right now, the Bills are up 13. They'll be up 13 nothing unless they go for 2.
Yeah, well, mustache on the sidelines, pissed. I don't care.
Mustache on the sideline.
Oh, I'm so happy I
Mr.
kept
Sunshine
Dalton
himself
Kincaid
is
in.
going to have to come back for him.
I'm sorry, I got to bring my composure back. I'm sorry. So again, all of this we could not do it without you, the listeners out there. So keep clicking, liking. There was an Easter egg
Ooh, yes,
in
Charles.
one of those episodes. I believe the clock is ticking on that one now. That episode's out, correct?
Yep.
Okay, so that episode is ticking. So if that episode is out, I believe there's 4 or 5 days left. So deep dive into that one. Otherwise, we'll see you on the next one. For everyone out there, we are coming into the winter months, which means for a good portion of our listeners and a good portion of the United States, the sunshine doesn't shine as much as it used to. So please take care of your mental health, take care of you, take care of your buddy, take care of your neighbor. Ask the uncomfortable questions, not the what pant size are you nowadays. Leave that one alone, right? I'm happy. That's what I keep telling my doctor. I'm happy. That's why I'm going to buy new shorts soon. I'm very happy, but it's okay to ask those questions, right? Because otherwise you're just going to kick yourself in the butt for not asking them later when the unthinkable happens. The world is a much better place with you in it. And we're not just saying that to put it on a t-shirt later. I doubt I'll put it on a t-shirt because, the truth hurts people. And the truth of the matter is the world is a much better place with you in it. And we love you more.